Hi, I'm Lynda Cromar from lyndacromar.com. Yesterday was 9/11, which it's been 11 years actually since the actual occurrence. Of course, there was a lot of conversation about that yesterday because of that being, actually affected everyone in all of the world, not just the U.S., I believe. Had many conversations about that actually, and one thought that really came out a lot, and I wanted to address this today, is the fear that that kind of brought out. Now, one thing that was actually one of the major things that the terrorists wanted to accomplish was to create a fear that kept us kind of stopped and not able to do what we could do. Now, those of us that are entrepreneurs, that are building a business, and especially using some of the tools like social media to do that, realize that fear is something that will hold us back more than anything else. It's usually not money, it's usually not other things, because if you believe in something, I have found that you find a way with the money part of it. But if you let fear stand in the way, you are not going to go anywhere. There was a story early on, right after those attacks, where people got on a plane and there was a gentleman there that they were convinced was from the Middle East. And they got so panicked about it because they thought he was a terrorist that they made that plane stop dead, get rid of that passenger before they would go on. Later it turned out that that passenger was from India, and he was an American, and he was not a terrorist. Now, I know that sounds kind of silly now because all of us get on planes pretty much every day, and we probably don't check out the people that are around us all that much. I know I don't anymore. But during that time, just right after those attacks, there was a bit of a hyper kind of panic going on, and we were all attempting to get back to where we felt safe, where we felt comfortable. And what it really is about is learning how to not be fearful and learning not to let that stand in our way. It's just like if there's any kind of a personal attack. I haven't had a rape, but I know many people have, or a mugging, or any of those kind of things where you're personally attacked, your place is broken into. Everyone's had some sort of an attack like that personally, so I'm sure you can relate. And what happens after those kinds of attacks is you feel violated, you feel like your sense of safety has been taken away, and then you have a difficult time kind of getting back to an even place where you feel like you can accomplish something again, because all of the behaviors that you had before come into question. And that same thing happened in 2001. After that time, it was a good couple of months before air travel came back to normal. Even some of the security measures that most of our airports are doing are all based on this attack and some others that happened either before or after in other countries as well as ours. We know what we're living with, this kind of a threat, but in our day-to-day life generally, those things don't occur to us. I mean, yes, there are random acts like the Aurora killings that actually happened very close to my neighborhood. And although they're frightening, we have no control over those kind of things. And if we live in fear that something that we imagine is going to happen, even if it ends up doing exactly that, we just didn't have control over those things. What we do have control over, though, is how we're going to behave, how we're going to think, what kind of actions we're going to take. So all of us got back to normal and almost even completely forgot about some of those things. And Many of us gave up a lot of our faith and trust and love and became a lot more suspicious. That's kind of the life I'm seeing a whole bunch of people living. They really don't have the same kinds of dreams and faith that they once did because they gave that up. And that's precisely what the terrorists wanted. That's precisely what any kind of lawbreaker usually wants, is to control, is to take away. But you have the ability to give, even when somebody treats you badly. And there isn't real reasons why we need to continue to let ourselves be ruled by the fears of our past. That's why every day becomes a new day for me. I put aside anything that happened that wasn't exactly what I wanted, and I take a new day and I say, what can I do with this? It's like starting out with a brand new canvas. When an artist starts out to paint something, generally he only has a picture inside his head, and that picture starts to manifest onto that canvas. And that's what we can all do for our own lives. We can start out with a new canvas. We can put aside all of the old prejudice, all of the old fears, all of the old holding back, and we can start something new. That's what I do for any of the people that are part of my team. I help them start to see it that way. And I hope that you can get something out of that and take it into your day and have a better day. This is Lynda Cromar from LyndaCromar.com. And we'll see you soon.